It took the combined effort of two captains, Ferdinand Magellan and Juan Sebastian Elcano, about 3 years to complete the first voyage around the globe. But today you may enjoy culinary marvels and hospitality from all around the world in a much shorter trip, just down to one of the many busy multinational neighborhoods in Canada. We're standing here today in the midst of the largest Greek neighborhood in North America. The neighborhood that has been coined Little Athens in the 70s and has been officially rebranded as the Greek town on the Danforth in the 90s. It is here that many Canadian families come to enjoy Greek cuisine and culture for themselves. The Greek town on the Danforth has gone through great transformations over the years. Live music cafes and clubs have eventually made way to modern cafe chains and fine dining establishments. But to this day, you may find here family-run restaurants that show true Greek hospitality. The Zoris family runs one of the local traditional Greek restaurants that takes inspiration from its early Greek town predecessors.
When we moved here, there was no Greek community. There was no Greek Danforth. No, the first Greek town was, to be honest with you, I don't think a lot of people know this. The first Greek town was at Parliament and Dundas. Nobody knows that. Then it was east, in the Ossington area. And then the trend then in the 70s started moving east, the Danforth here. That's when it started. By 80s, the Danforth was the booming Greek town.
Are you glad that you wound up moving to Canada?
Oh yeah, of course. You know, those days, after the war and everything, well, there was nothing there. I mean, everybody was poor. Like in our village, we had, before the war, I think, 3,500 people. Now there's 400. Everybody after that, 50, 51, they started moving, leaving the village. All Greece, but my village, they started leaving. 51, 52, 50, continues. We came in Canada in 1956. I was 9 years old. Those days was difficult, Sonia. There weren't many Greeks, and going to school there, we didn't have any English schooling in Greece, and going here, we didn't know any English. And we used to go to public school, and then after school, they would teach you some English that teaches after school. There was no schooling here where you go strictly for English. It was very difficult. And that was it. And then we grew up in Canada, and in Toronto. My father then started a business in the restaurant business. And then I got the bug. After school, I used to go help him. That was it. And I got the bug for going to restaurant business. The old days, all the restaurants in the Danforth, or wherever they opened in the West End, where the first Greek town was, before the 70s, the Greek town opened here, they had nothing but 90% were home cooking. And after a while, then the older people got out of the business, the younger people that took over, and they got away from the home cooking. And we came with the idea to come down here because the Canadians love the home cooking. And we decided to open this way, like I said, to have the home cooking every day. Every day something, 2-3 dishes. On the weekends we have 3 different kinds of dishes. And of course we have the traditional moussaka every day. and cheese pies, spinach pies. We do them here on the premise. Everything's done on the premises. Like today we have Ontario lamb with orzo in a tomato sauce called uvecci. That's what we do, that's today. And these are stuffed peppers and tomatoes, but no ground beef because we got our Easter and we're fasting this week. It's the Orthodox Easter. And we have done with spices and rice, but no meat whatsoever, with potatoes, with olive oil, of course.
And orzo, so it's the Greek type of pasta.
That's correct. That's imported from Crete. There's this company that does it, won some awards, and we get that from Nassau Spices. This company brings them over, and it's an excellent dish. And Canada is a great place to open. There's opportunities all over the place, and you know, they help you a lot too. You know, the restaurant association, everybody can help you, and the Canadian district is very well run. It's a class organization that they do everything right. And the good thing about here is they deliver every day. You know, you have no problem. You know, and the fish they deliver twice a day, and everything's fresh. I pick up the phone last night, 11 o'clock, there's fish here. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I can call up the phone, pick up the phone, 5 o'clock, the fish is here.
Is there anything in particular that makes you like the fact that you chose culinary industry over any other industry?
Well, no, like I said, my father started, then I got the bug, and then I started in the restaurant business. I had a couple more restaurants before this one, and that was it. I just got the bug, and that's it, nothing else. I don't know anything else to do.
Is there something in particular that makes you happy about it?
Well, you know, if you got a successful restaurant, the food is good, and it's clean, and your staff is good, you know, it makes you feel good. You know, everybody's like working together, it makes you feel good.
Visiting the Greek town on the Danforth has given us an inspiration to try and cook a traditional Greek dish for ourselves. So we join our chef Dmitry and his guest in our kitchen.
Hello everybody, my name is Dimitri and welcome to our kitchen. If you would like to know something good about Greek cuisine, you have to talk to the Peter Minaki. This is our special guest for our today's show. Peter, thank you so much for coming.
My pleasure,
Nice
Dimitri.
to meet you. I would like to say in Greece, Ella do, come here in Greece, you know, come everybody. We're gonna have so much fun and we're gonna prepare keftedes. Peter, you brought ingredients.
Yes, it's keftedes are a Greek meatball, and my family's version is very simple. We have these ingredients, and what we have here is ground beef, ground pork. I like the combination of the two types of ground meat. We have a couple of slices of stale bread to help for binding.
Okay.
We have a tomato, which we're also going to use the box grater with, which I also have some grated onion.
Onions,
okay.
yes.
Onions provide a lot of flavor. We have for seasonings now, salt, sea salt,
Yep.
ground pepper,
Yes.
dry mint from the village.
Very nice.
Okay. Allspice. The spices vary from house to house, region to region. I like ground allspice. It's a nice warm feel to it.
I can smell it right away. So good.
Some Greek oregano, again from the mountains. Smell that. It's very pungent, but in a great way.
How can you do Greek dish without oregano? Oh, by the way, guys, Greek salad, don't put lettuce, okay? It's not supposed to be lettuce.
It's not a Greek salad.
It's not a Greek salad with lettuce.
And the only other ingredient we have here is a little bit of all-purpose flour, because what we're going to do is we're going to dredge the keftedes into the flour and then pan fry them.
Excellent.
All right. Let me take the ground meat.
Peter,
Thank you, sir.
You organize everything for you. There you go.
Okay.
What's the convenience?
All right. Thank you. Dimitri. I'll need the sliced bread, which you're bringing over just right now. Thank you very much. And I'm going to put the stale
And
bread in the
parsley.
bowl. And we need to soften that up a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to use my hands just to moisten that. All right. And to break it up. The bread is for binding all the ingredients.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me help you. Egg, yeah? We need egg.
We need an egg just in a moment. What you can do
Okay.
is pass the onion, the
Okay,
grated onion
let's put
side.
onions here.
All right. Now, have you ever used a box grater, Dimitri? The box grater is a very important part of Greek cuisine. We use this for grating the onion. We also like use it for grating tomatoes, zucchini, cucumbers for tzatziki, etc. It's one of the most important kitchen tools.
Excellent. And it's fresh. It's not from the can.
That's correct.
It's very important.
So the tomato goes into my recipe as well, and that adds some more flavor and it keeps it moist. Everything but the skin. Okay, so that's all complete. We're done
Very
with that.
nice.
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
take that.
All right. Now, what we need is we're going to put in our ground beef.
Ground beef.
There we go. So we got about a half a pound of ground beef. Now we have a half a pound of ground pork. All right.
Excellent.
And now we have our seasonings. We have our salt, which is over here. Now, here's a rule of thumb. When you have ground meat, you need approximately 2 teaspoons of salt per pound of ground meat.
Write this
Works like a
down.
chime every time. Black pepper, you got to be careful. I'm going to put a little bit less because every black pepper is different. Some are spicier than others. This is a combination. You can see it's a little white and black. It's got
Yes.
both. White pepper is hotter than black pepper as well. So you got to be careful. It has a combination of the two.
Right.
And if you recall,
bit of mint.
the dried mint, and I'm going to put it in my hands.
Are you gonna?
I'm going to rub it together,
Excellent. There you go.
and it's going to release the essential oils of the oregano as well. I mean, the mint. It's the mint. The oregano's coming in shortly. We need a little bit of allspice. Smell that.
I love it.
Yeah. If you don't like allspice, another ingredient which is very traditional, put a little bit of cumin inside as well if you like. Or you don't have to put anything if you're somebody that's more sensitive to spices. But it has a nice warm flavor to it.
Okay.
Inside the mixture, we also need some of that Greek oregano. All right? So that's about 1 teaspoon. Let's put 2. I love oregano, okay?
Excellent.
And now, you do the honors, crack the egg, and I'm gonna start mixing with my hands. Thank you.
There you go.
So at this point, if you like, we can also grab a pan and we get that warmed up,
1 second. Let me grab the pan.
of course.
I have a nice non-sticky frying pan.
So I'm just making sure this is all mixed well so we don't have any spots where there's too much salt or not enough salt.
Okay.
And we can turn it on. There we go.
And we need some oil, yeah?
We'll need a little bit of oil.
Is olive oil is good?
Olive oil is great. In Greek cuisine, we use olive oil for everything.
Okay.
You're perfectly
And
fine.
what's the best olive oil? It's
Greek, of course.
I mean, of course, Greek.
Of course,
yeah.
Greek
It's
olive
like
oil.
a first press, yeah, cold press.
Cold pressed extra virgin olive oil,
There
absolutely.
you go, because it smells so good, and I like the color, and I like the flavor.
What we're gonna do here is we're
Yeah.
making some patties.
I'm gonna roll. You
wanna
just
roll?
put it for me. I would like to help.
Okay, well,
So that's the size, supposed
that's the
to be, yeah?
size, and we're gonna show you one, and you're gonna flatten it. And then you're
Okay.
gonna put it in the flour, okay?
Wonderful. How about that? You like
Perfect.
this?
Okay, here's another one.
Thank you very much.
We gotta make sure we have enough for everybody here today.
Oh yes.
We always cook more than enough when you're inside a Greek household.
Same in Russia. It's a hospitality.
It's
yeah?
hospitality.
Our mom's tradition to make big table, yeah, invite everybody,
Everybody
all
over.
neighbors and all family together.
And even sometimes strangers, find somebody else, no problem. And these traditions have to be kept alive with our children, nieces, nephews, the younger generation. You gonna turn it down a bit? I think we'll fit one more. We don't want to crowd our pan either.
Excellent.
Okay. I think, and we're good. Okay.
Perfect. So,
Let's
one
take a look at the
side-
brown.
yeah, oh,
Beautiful.
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 Look at that. Let me turn over.
Right. Now, because it's ground beef, and pork, we have to make sure that they're well cooked inside, but it takes about 3 minutes aside, and it's good to eat.
It's very nice. It's almost done.
Yeah.
What is the good place in Toronto to go and have a nice Greek cuisine?
Go to the Greek town, support the restaurants down there. They serve authentic Greek cuisine, and I probably will go there later on tonight again. Because I miss Greece, and that's the closest thing to it, Greek town.
This is ready.
They're ready to go.
Yep.
Let's take it off of the heat.
All right.
Okay.
Let me turn this off.
All right.
So this is for you.
So, whoop, there we go. We have 1,
Smells
2,
fantastic.
3, 4.
So simple dish. In our to say busy life, there is no time to cook, and we just spend 5 minutes, yeah?
That's it.
To mix all the ingredients and.
And this is a dish that, what we're going to do, hold on a second there.
Okay,
I'm going
okay.
to put just a touch of sea salt on top.
All right.
All right.
And I can decorate now with the.
A little bit of black pepper.
Parsley.
You can put some parsley. I'm going to add a little bit of oregano on top as well.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. And we're set to go.
It looks good.
Smells
and I
good.
Hope it smells good, and I hope it's gonna taste good. We're gonna try this right now.
Dimitri, what we need to do is get a couple of forks, and I want you to try our keftedes. From my family to yours.
This look fantastic, and I think it's time to try.
Let's.
You first.
All right. Okay, Dimitri, you ready to try?
I would love to try this.
Okay, say ah. How is that?
Nostimo. In Greek, that means delicious, guys.
Dimitri?
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Magic.
So
You try
simple.
it. I want to see if
All right. Let me get this. Sometimes fork or spoon.
что-то одну принесла.
That's all right. Here we go. Say ah.
This is good. This is good.
Takes me back home to the parents' village.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. That was amazing dish. Peter, nice to meet you.
Likewise, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Until next time, guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
For over 100 years now, this church is the site of one of the most important and grand Orthodox celebrations, the Easter. Every spring, hundreds of people gather here to light their candles from the holy eternal flame. Worshippers carry their flames home and break their weeks-long fast of Lent. Easter Sunday that takes place the next day is the time of the Great Feast. A variety of traditional dishes are prepared ahead for the celebrations, with many Greeks trusting such preparations to the local family of Katsamakis.
Well, with Easter being right around the corner, we're in full production of tsureki. Tsureki is a traditional Easter bread, and we've spiced it with beautiful mahlepi, and it is probably the most delicious brioche you've ever had in your life.
Let's go take a
Let's
look.
go have a look. So we're probably going to be doing these all the time for the next week and a half, from probably 9 in the morning till 10, 11 in the evenings. So what we're doing right now is taking the dough, which we've already divided, and we put them through the roller to bring out these nice strands. And what we're doing, just like my father is demonstrating over there, is braiding it. And so what my father is doing over here, he's just finishing the last of the tsureki. I don't even know how many braids he's done in his life, how many years he's been doing it, or how many times he's done that little motion, but he's still the fastest out of everybody in the entire store. There's guys here that are half his age and he still kicks our butt.
I love my work and I love to work every day. Nothing special. Everything has been made by love. Back in my own country, it was very poor, and I was very poor at the time, and so I had no future there. So that's why I heard about Canada, that it's more chances to grow, and that's why I came over. And I started 13 years old. Big history. Almost 55 years. And then I came to Canada in 1970, and since then I started this business. Very beautiful here, and I find work same day I came. So since then I'm working here. It's a family business. We work everybody here. It's a lot of hours, 7 days a week. So we enjoy it anyways. We enjoy it.
Even though we're a Greek bakery, we don't cater directly to Greeks. We have people from all ethnicities coming into our store right now. And it's such a pleasure seeing everybody coming in to enjoy our desserts. It just brings a smile to everybody when they come here and they try, they want to know about our Greek culture, they want to know about Greek desserts. That's the best part of being in such a multicultural city. Once they see something on Instagram, people will want to try it. Doesn't matter if it's Greek or Italian or Chinese. I'm guilty of it. I'll go try something that I've seen, and I love different cuisines, and it's just a great time to be able to try these things. And the knowledge that you can learn because of the internet, because of social media, it's been fantastic for everybody.
So you cater to every taste.
We try, and we do tons of wedding cakes, and that's also a lot of fun for us as well, is when you have a young couple that comes in here to order their wedding cake, and you know they're part of their special day. We're actually, last night I made a cake for a baby shower, and they came in, it was a couple that we had made their wedding cake about 2 years ago, and they're expecting their first child. So it's been fantastic that we're able to grow with our customers' families. So the possibilities for food are endless. Have you ever made any braids in your life?
Well, maybe one or two.
One or two? Then you're ready to go to start off doing your first sureki.
All right then. Okay.
So very easily, very simple. Take the two strands and roll one on top of the other.
Right. Into that.
Yeah. You're a pro, look at that. Perfect. And now just flip it over. Excellent. And now same thing. One over the other, over the other. The first one is always the roughest one, and then that's it. So just give it a nice little roll. Put down a little bit of pressure on the edges so they stick all together. Perfect. You're hired. Aha! You're hired. We have a new assistant, everybody. So just one final roll, and then we take it over to the next department for to be trade.
A great diversity of culture and flavors is woven into the Canadian heritage and its gastronomy. Families, traditions, and hospitality of the Greek community have truly enhanced and shaped Canada we know today. And you may now find Greek family restaurants and bakeries to be an important part of their communities all across Canada. Thank you for joining us. Until next time.
We'll be right back.